now it's time for GG-NOOB.
Hello, welcome back, GG-NOOB. My name's MostlyNOOB. Here with me, I have
Pyromirezzz, yes, hello.
You're here this time.
Yes, I'm alive.
And also Jinxed.
Hello.
Welcome back, GG-NOOB's the show about anime, video games, tech, and other geeky stuff, mainly video games. But we'll move on straight on to the game releases for this week, starting from the 28th or something. We had Sniper Elite 3, Gravity Crush Ultra, Metroid Deluxe, Metroid Deluxe for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. I got confused because their months have changed.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
I forgot what month I am now. I broke everything, guys.
I too have broken things.
Okay, Han, let me start that again. that was me rewinding. The video game releases for this month, the past week, starting with One Piece Ultimate World Red for PS3, Wii U, PS Vita, and 3DS.
I just noticed you did Vita.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, Vista.
Super World Karts for the Wii U. Divinity Origin Sin. Air Conflicts Vietnamese Ultimate Edition for PS4. Mousecraft.
It's Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah.
No, not Vietnamese.
Close.
Yeah, it was close.
Well, the Vietnamese come from Vietnam.
And Mousecraft for PS4.
Is that like Minecraft, but with mice?
Is that out? I thought that was going to be out.
It's
going to be out in 3 days.
There's not many game releases. I'm getting confused.
No.
Moving on to
Not
something
very
that
good
isn't
week.
that confusing, the Humble Bundle store. For the listeners who don't know yet, the Humble Bundle is a charity website that sells really cheap games and games in bundles for charity and the indie developers that work on it. For this week's Humble Weekly Bundle, you get eye candy games, which are pretty much games that look really, really good.
Yeah, you're always talking about really good looking games, so...
Yeah.
It's your specialty.
Yeah, I like to think so. First up, we have 140. Kami, I think it's pronounced.
Kami or Kami?
Kami.
Kami, whatever.
Ballpoint Universe Infinite. And if you pay more than the average of $5.96, you get Secrets of Raccoon art book, Antechamber, Cinders, and if you pay more than $12, you get Mercenary Kings. Also, if you just want to see the artwork from these games, you can just download a bunch of wallpapers and stuff for free on the Humble Bundle website. So that's...
They do look really pretty. Like, the ballpoint one is supposed to have been drawn by ballpoint and then uploaded into the game, so...
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's one of those, people get bored and they just doodle and draw really intricate designs with ballpoint pen.
Nice. Now, the Steam sale has finished. I think there was 8 million people on Steam at one point, which, broke the record from last year's sale, which was, 7 million or something like that. But the sale has ended, and if you're having withdrawal symptoms from the Steam sale, Humble Bundle has a sale going on now, which I reckon's pretty good timing. After you spend all your money and you didn't get the games you want, you can come to the Humble Bundle store and get
spend more money.
Yeah, spend more
Spend
money.
more money on games you don't want.
Yeah, I give you that. I bought so many games I'm probably never going to play.
Me too.
I
I didn't buy much actually.
thought I was doing really well, and then it just went down the toilet along with my wallet. Speaking of games that we're not playing, what about games we are playing, Pyro? What have you been playing this week?
I've been getting back into WoW.
Any good? Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting capped before.
I've already got capped. A visceral cleanup again. That's been playing that. You know,
Okay.
nothing that interesting. Nothing special.
Boring old WoW. Just farming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grinding.
Yeah,
farming.
that's exactly what I'm
What
doing.
about you, Jinxed? What have you been playing this week?
I finally got to Sly 3.
Yes.
Hooray!
Because you were working up through all the other slides first,
Yeah,
weren't
and then I lost the disc for them because I had the
Lol.
collection discs, so I had to get them digitally, and the save games aren't compatible, so I had to start again.
you? Start from scratch.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot of Minecraft.
Just
A
boring
little-
old Minecraft.
A little too much. I was playing with the
Ooh.
mod pack.
Oh,
The
that,
Yogcast.
you always play with a mod pack.
Not always, no. I like vanilla, how you can like still make like 3x3 piston doors and stuff. But no, I've been playing with the Yogcast complete pack, which has like 240 mods. And I blame that for the reason why I didn't edit last week's show and uploaded that to YouTube.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye out for it. I'm like, is he actually going to do it this time? No?
Well, when it got to Friday and I haven't even started it, I'm like, I give up. I'll just play Minecraft. But no, last night I stopped playing Minecraft and got into Hearthstone.
Uh-oh.
And I've been playing with my Warlock deck, which is really, really bad.
I haven't played that since I got back from Japan. I really should.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And the cool thing is, once you like finish a battle, you can like stop and do something else almost. Which I did. Except when there was lag and I like spent 5 minutes trying to place down one card, and
Oh, that's
then the
frustrating.
timer goes out and it says, oh, you can't place that card down, you ran out of time. I'm like,
No.
yeah.
Well, I played on my iPad, and last week I actually shattered it.
Smashing.
Yeah.
No.
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 No?
It's too soon, man. It's too soon.
How'd you smash it? You were
I was
way
holding
too
it,
into the game?
and I tripped over a rug, and it just went flap and face down onto the tiles. I'm like, oh, maybe because it's wide, the air cushioned low. Maybe.
It-
Oh, it's a
It
disaster.
can work like my phone. I dropped my iPhone so many times, and the most I had are like small dents on the outside of the phone. But besides that, it's like fine.
Yeah.
Then I
that's-
like see someone else with their phone. It's like all cracked. I'm like, how did you do that? I dropped it. I'm like, that's possible.
Well, I had the same thing with my iPad until I dropped it and it just shattered. There's like powdered glass underneath the screen protector. That's how bad it is.
Oh,
I've never dropped
Yeah.
anything because I'm not
is
clumsy.
it still usable?
Well, yeah. If you don't mind, like black lines all over the screen, yeah. I can do things.
You could still play Hearthstone with some black lines.
I know. I'm kind of avoiding using it too much because every time I touch the screen, it goes crunch. Yeah.
That.
You
Yeah.
should just put it back on the ground, leave it there.
Yeah, just-
I think I need to put it down, but
yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah. I reckon we'll go to some music. Any suggestions, Pyro or Jinxed?
Yeah, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Barbie Girl.
Here is Town of Gravity Falls by Al Grossberg. Welcome back to GG on 5GTR. Here with me, I have Pyromirezzz and Jinxed.
Hello.
Konnichiwa. Akenki desu ka?
Okay.
That's Japanese, isn't it?
It is.
Yes!
I guessed that correctly.
But it was a question, and I'm trying to remember what question it was. Oh, that's how are you?
Yes! I knew it was that as well.
Or are you energetic?
No one still answered.
Okay.
Hi, Genki desu.
Good. Don't know what that means.
Yes, I'm energetic.
Moving on to some of the news we have. the Android OS is becoming quite versatile at the moment. Like, you have phones, then Google has a laptop in the works.
Yes.
But now they even have a controller, and it's a pretty slim looking controller. It kind of reminds me of the Xbox shape.
A controller for what?
Yeah.
Android games.
And they were
On-
also saying it was for the
On their
Android
phone.
TV.
Their TV, their laptop,
Alright,
pretty
I
much
should-
anything that's Android, so anything from Google can use this, I would assume.
You would assume.
Well, it's a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah, it's still early, so we don't know much. But
But
It looks
yeah,
cool.
it looks like
Yeah, it does
has
look like
the
an
shape
Xbox.
of the Xbox controller, but the analog sticks and buttons are more PlayStation style. You do have A, B, X, Y, but the two analog sticks are at the bottom instead of that weird one on the left that's like up. Yeah, it's like over there. It was like when that first came out, people's like, I don't understand how does this work?
How are we supposed to play like this?
It
It works alright.
It caught on, yeah. It's alright.
They
now,
did
I
well.
guess, yeah. It was satisfactory. But yeah, moving on to the Oculus Rift news. The Oculus Rift has sold 10,000 dev kits. That's a lot of devs kits.
In total?
It's probably a tad bit more than that. The first lot of dev kits had... No, the second lot of dev kits sold around about 45,000 or something. But yeah, and this is all just to sell to people who are making games, not actually consumers.
Well, it is sort of to consumers as well.
Yeah, well, I bought one just to play it with, but like everyday people, like when this gets officially released and they're like put in supermarkets, not supermarkets, in like
I'll
Game
have a
retailers?
carrot
game
and
retailers, yeah. You'll probably be like selling a lot more than that because it can be used for a lot of things.
Well, 10,000 isn't that much. I'd assume it'd be a lot more.
100,000.
Oh, okay, there. I thought you said 10,000.
I said 100,000.
Are you sure? Still 100,000. That's a fair bit.
There's like 10,000 dev kit 2s that's being sent out before the end of July.
So that's the you have
Last
dev kit 1.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get the second one because it's got more.
how many do you need?
Only one.
Of each.
Yeah.
This next one's gonna have a bit of blue on it. I'll get that one as well.
It has a purple stripe.
One has polka dots. However, though, it's been extended. No, wrong word. Suspended.
Completely different.
Yeah. Sounds kind of similar. Yeah, the sales of the Oculus Rift has been suspended in China because of extreme reselling. So, how much of that 100,000 dev kits are actually being sold again?
Yeah, how many went to China and how many are actually for development teams?
Yeah, but yeah, they could be selling the Oculus Rift's dev kits for a profit. So, earning money from someone else's work. And that's just not cool. So,
No.
yeah, any pre-orders that were made in China have been cancelled too. The entire region shut down from the Oculus Rift dev kit, which is kind of disappointing because I reckon there's some good game designers up there. I think.
Yeah, it sucks for the people that weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, legitimate people being punished for bad people. It's-
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why the Oculus Rift people did it, but
Yeah, it's
Still
a few
sucks.
rotten bunch that spoils the package. That's the
a couple
right.
of rotten fruit spoil the bunch.
Yeah, it works like that.
Yeah. But they did say that they're not suspending it forever. They're going to find out a better way to get it to the developers.
Yeah, like face by face.
Maybe,
Walk there,
yeah.
Or they could be walking there with third-person view. Or
Oh,
Use one of those
A
new
new-
hovercraft things to deliver them with the cameras on them.
droids.
Yeah.
no, if you
All the
look
way to
at
China.
the next article, you'll see
We
that
would,
there
but it's
is a
frozen.
virtual reality mod that lets you change the camera angle of the Oculus Rift, allowing you to put on a backpack and giving you a third-person perspective of yourself.
Oh.
I'm trying to work out the applications for that.
I don't want to see
Just
myself.
fun.
Oh yeah,
For
fair
the
enough.
lols.
Fun.
For like filming, you could like film yourself as being in a video game.
I don't know. That seems a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little strange.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift is for a first-person view, for being there, and then third. It's just.
I
It's
reckon
weird.
it would work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
weird.
Razer during April Fools was having a drone with a glove that gives you third-person perspective on your life, which is like because you get to see a lot more when you're in third person. Like some people who play Skyrim like zoom out so they can see everyone around you, and like
Yeah, you can see behind you.
yeah.
I don't do that.
First
person.
I've only ever done it
Warthog
when I'm
does.
like, is someone behind me? Nope. Okay.
I turn around
Yeah,
with
so do
my
I.
Oculus Rift because that's what I have to play Skyrim.
I turn around with an analog stick. My thumbs hurt.
But yeah, I reckon it's kind of cool. Like, it's not for a prof or anything. It's just
A thing.
to see. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's a cool thing, I reckon.
That would be
Um,
so confusing.
I don't know how it would work.
I think it'd be a huge brain.
I reckon it would work
Mess up.
eventually. Like, you'll get used to it because we play games in third person, and we get used to
Yeah,
that.
but you don't often see third person like move your arm.
I know.
I think it would just be. I think it'd be fun, and then your brain's just going, "What is happening?"
Yeah, your brain probably will be tripping some balls. Yeah. I reckon we should go to some more music. What do we have up next? Pyro? Or
I don't know.
what about you, Jinx? Do you have any suggestions?
Don't make a
Anything that will
suggestion.
fix my computer.
I
Frozen.
do have a song called Technical Issues. I wonder if I can
Yeah.
find that real quick without being really awkward.
Probably not, because
No.
you've already reached awkward level.
I always reach awkward
That's your
level.
standard.
That's my
position.
standard level, yeah. Awkward. I can't find it. Oh, probably could if you give me some time.
We're not giving you time. 'Cause,
I know, but I'm just
we have
talking.
technical
Pressure.
difficulties.
Alright. Here is Oblivia by
Someone?
Wonder. No, it's
This is
it's Wonder by Oblivia.
Are you sure?
Yes.
shocking. Welcome back to GG Noob. I'm Pyromirezzz here. Here with me is MostlyNOOB and also Jinx.
Hey.
you were moving like moss. Moss.
I was moving
From
like
IT
Pyromirezzz.
crafts?
Yeah.
Ah, awesome.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I like that guy.
I see it
That's
now.
the vibe I got from you just then. How
You're
you were.
welcome.
Yeah. If anyone hasn't watched IT Crowd yet, watch that
Yeah.
now.
Go.
Well, after the show.
No.
We need all the viewers
if
we
you
can
haven't
get.
had the...
We need you.
We've got viewers? How...
Oh, yeah. Well, there's cameras in here.
Well, we have this extra person in the studio. Hello, extra person. She's very quiet.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have a mic.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't want one. I'd try
No.
to force it down her throat.
Well, too a bit much.
No one would want a mic down their throat. You're a terrible person.
Yeah.
No
Moving
wonder
on.
she's not talking.
She's got a microphone down her throat.
You can now buy 3D printed League of Legends Pros.
Pros.
Yes, so
And,
not.
and what are the cons? Sorry, go on.
Get out.
Don't worry, I muted his mic. No, the League of Legends Pros. So people who play League of Legends, you can get 3D printed figurines of them, not actually characters in League of Legends.
Well, I suppose you can get like figurines for your favorite
Sports.
players.
I suppose, yeah,
Sometimes.
because this is becoming like
It's
Dota
more
2,
professional.
even Hearthstone. I got some interesting news on that later on in our show. Tune in for that, or else. But yeah, like gaming, like esports is becoming very mainstream gaming type thing. It's becoming a sport. Like, you get scholarships from it now. You have like $10 million tournaments.
Yeah, it's becoming a big thing. It's becoming more mainstream, but the figurines are creepy.
Yeah, they are kind of creepy. Mainly because they're printed on a 3D printer, which means there's only so much detail you can get into.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if you have a better... Sorry, Pyro. There you go.
Thanks.
I'm guessing if you have a better 3D printer, you could get like more detailed ones. But the 3D printed, I believe these ones were printed on... I'm going to have to upload the picture to Facebook.
It's something cube.
Yeah, it's cube, I think, or something like that. It's just a picture in
I
the
can
background.
just see part of the logo.
Yeah, but no, so if you're a major League of Legends fan and you want to get, like, teams from North America, I think, what's that, Diginats?
Don't know.
Dignitas.
How confusing. However, they're available $40 each US, and you have, like, the whole 5 of them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to more
Pressing
object
issues.
stuff. I'm doing like all the solid-y stuff. Like before was all the other stuff, and this is like toys
Stuff.
and shit. Stuff. Yeah, the SNES and Game Boy Advance are having a crossover type thing. So, like Game Boy Advance, like the first one, has the feel, the artwork, the style of the SNES controllers.
So it's a Super Nintendo Game Boy Advance.
Something like that. Yeah. But even the controller is getting a makeover to look like the original Game Boy Advance. So you have the button.
So is this like for playing your old SNES games? Or?
Yeah, I reckon you should be able to play like the actual controllers and stuff.
Because they don't have a cord.
They probably will have a cord or a plug-in.
Or maybe it's wireless.
Ooh.
No, I doubt it. But that's not all. Someone has even made a Yoshi SNES, which is pretty glossy.
It's a bit late.
Yoshi.
I'll get one. I've noticed recently there's a lot of retro consoles being like bringing back. There's even was a metal version of the SNES advertised like on the official website a couple months ago.
So, yeah, people are going on a massive nostalgia trip.
Yeah. Kind of like a digital trip. Moving on to Pokemon. Not digital dress. Pokemon dress.
I would not want a digital dress because, you know,
it's not really
nothing
anything.
in real.
I think there was a Doctor Who episode about...
Yeah.
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 You need to make sure a lot of people take the pills.
Yeah. I'm thinking I should project my clothes onto their image. Their retinas.
Yep.
What? They think you're naked? Yep.
I like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Moving on though to... there's a dress for sale with Pokemon, all the 151 original Pokemons. I don't think there's going to be room on 400. No, 400.
It could if they made it like a big ball gown.
And make it really small Pokemon.
Yeah, well, this as it is, it's kind of on the verge of being too much. If you add any more, I reckon it would become really cluttered. But it's a good-looking dress, I reckon.
If you've seen those kind of summer dresses, often they have like tiny little flowers and things on them, and they look really busy. And so they could do it. They could,
Yeah, well, I reckon, Pokemon dress, it's cool.
I like
I wouldn't wear it.
The TARDIS dress. Are you sure? You'd look pretty.
Would I? Oh, I'm flattered.
I like the TARDIS dress.
I think I've seen that as well, yeah.
I have seen that
there's
somewhere.
There's lots of really cool summer dresses coming out because America's summer.
Geeky summer dress.
Exactly.
That's the important part.
Yeah,
I
geeky
don't
summer
care
dresses.
about, like...
Dalek
flowers.
summer dresses? Oh my god.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't wear that either. However, still on Pokemon and fashion somehow. There's been like photos going around the internet of a Ash doll action figure. I mean, and he has like a 6-pack, which is kind of odd for a 10-year-old.
He's growing up.
Hey, he works hard, man, catching all those Pokemon.
Yeah, running around.
Lots
the
of course
entire
He
Strange.
doesn't sleep much, so
No.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
I'm surprised he's still 10.
Why are you looking at his 6-pack?
Yeah, that's the real question.
I found it really odd and disturbing.
Uh-huh.
I thought
Odd and
it-
disturbing.
Like this story.
All right. You guys. Moving on to more physical related stuff. Gone Home is getting a physical release that looks like a SNES game.
Oh, goodness.
So it's going retro again. More retro.
Yeah. More retro. It has that feel about it. It has like a designer's notebook, poster, some cassette tape type things.
I do miss when you, like, in the old days when you buy a game and you get that big book. And you
I
go
miss
through
that
it.
as well.
and
Yeah.
You go, oh, okay, this is what I need to do.
I miss the Pokemon games where you'd get the books with that
Yeah.
come with the Pokemon games.
You have to
Because
buy an
usually
extra
when
now.
you buy a game, like, you're with your parent, well, you were with your parents, you couldn't play it straight away, so what you did, you opened up the book, and you're having a
Yeah.
look like, oh, I'm getting so excited
On
to
the
play
drive
this."
home, you're just like, oh my god, look at all the characters
Yeah.
I can play.
You read it. No one reads anymore.
Yeah.
No.
But I even noticed, like, newer games, like when I got Alice Madness Returns for my Xbox, they only came with some cards saying, oh, you
Yeah.
can also get the original on
Yeah.
Xbox. I'm like, no.
You get a
no
couple of
books,
slips
no.
of paper inside. You're like, what the? Where's
Yeah.
the rest of this?
There's no the work into it anymore. It's just like,
No. Kids these days
So-
won't even know what we're talking about.
I know, but like inside the games these days, it's like ads for more games.
You know what they do? They make you buy the special edition just so you get that little book to read
Yeah. And it's often just artwork, which is cool.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Not
artwork's
complaining,
not bad, but that originally give you that for free because
Yeah.
they're nice.
Yeah.
I've still got my, Zelda Conker's Bad Fur Day booklets. I think I've got Sims
I
as
was
well.
Yeah, I was recently thinking about this because I had my Kingdom Hearts 2 game in my car for some reason. I opened it up, I found the book, I was like looking through it during my ad, I'm like, yeah, I enjoy this.
It's a nostalgia trip.
Yeah, but
You're like, oh wow.
and not just that, it's like when you get a new game and you like can't play it, like if you're really into a new game and it's like, oh, you have to go somewhere, you can like just read the little booklet and stuff,
Yep.
but it's gone now. Like, they don't have that in these games anymore. It's a little disappointing and sad.
Yeah. Well, I got Zelda for my birthday, and because we're doing all party stuff, it's just like, look at the book, look at the book, look at the book. Oh, I have to socialize. Look at the book.
Yeah, yeah.
socialise.
I give up on socializing.
Yeah,
Like, if I don't
people
want to
make
do it, I'm
me.
like, I don't want it anymore. I'm just gonna go and play Minecraft and Hearthstone, socialize with cool people online.
Yeah. No,
That's
people
pushing
online.
It. That's pushing it.
Well, there are some cool people
Yeah.
online.
It's just difficult to find them.
Yeah, that too. Well, that's why you like play the games you enjoy playing. You tend to find people that like the same things you like.
It's true.
Music suggestions. Jinxed?
Get jinxed.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
Then I have to like change my playlist I already have to bed.
Well, then don't ask for a suggestion.
Here's Get
That's a good
Jinxed.
Point.
Hello?
Hi.
We were distracted by talking about stuff that's coming up. Welcome to 5GTR welcome to GGNOOB on 5GTR. Here with me is Pyromirezzz
Yes.
and Jinxed.
Hello.
This is a show where we talk about geeky stuff like games, video games, movies,
Games and
text.
video games.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, board games as
ga-
well.
Yeah, board
Oh,
games.
yeah. That's true. Good point.
There's
Card
a Game
games.
of Thrones board game.
Yeah.
Also, there's a Game of Thrones Ambition. Exhibition?
Exhibition?
Yep.
Yeah?
And it's 4 hours long. The line for
the
it.
line is 4 hours long. Who knows how long the exhibition is? No one's got in yet.
Yeah, it's... yeah. Yeah.
I think as soon as you see the line has gotten 2 hours long, that's it.
But
1
still-
hour.
1 hour is a long enough line.
How big Game of Thrones... Which is kind of odd because we don't have their TV station in Australia.
Yeah. How are people
Yeah.
watching it?
Yeah. Considering that Game of Thrones is like one of the most pirated pirated shows ever. Mainly because they're not very giving with their shows. It's like, oh no, you pay many monies.
Well,
They talk like that.
I don't
wasn't
know
it
what you're trying to be.
Fox TV has the rights, and so they're not letting any other channel show it?
Yeah. They'll like.
I would be interested to know how many subscribers there are to Foxtel, and then how many people go through that exhibition.
Yeah.
Crass.
There'd be more people in the exhibition than subscribers.
Yeah, and that's just Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah, like even Louis. Like Louis was talking about this, I saw somewhere how...
Louis the comedian.
Yes, the comedian. Like his show doesn't get aired straight away on, like in Australia. It's like came down to Australia and all the fans like, oh, I don't know why these are fans. Like, aren't they getting the old episodes? I'm like, oh no, they're getting the new episodes. It's like, oh, is everyone in Australia pirating my shows? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
You should feel
pretty much.
flattered.
Yeah,
They're risking the law just to watch what you have to say.
he was saying how, like, the companies, like, he was talking to his company, like, sells his DVDs and stuff, and they're like, oh, no, don't give away in Australia first, like, do it in America, and then we'll go over to here. It's like, but we're not trying to save money, like, it's costing us money, keeping Australia, like, if we could buy it, we will buy.
Yeah. The fact is, Australians are only resorting to pirating when they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're saying, we have to crack down on pirating. Maybe make this stuff accessible for Australians, and you'll find that level of pirating has reduced greatly.
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, people need to let us have a go.
Well, like, I think Big Bang Theory comes out a day after America, and that's not pirated nearly as much as Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just as popular. Maybe
Well,
not quite as
no.
popular, but
No, it's not.
very, very popular.
I don't know many people at work that watch Big Bang Theory. I know a few.
I know
I don't
loads of
watch
people
it.
who love Big Bang Theory.
However,
I'm sure
everyone...
where you work isn't a Big Bang Theory kind of place, though.
Yeah, maybe you don't work with nerds.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
But no, like, anyone who hasn't watched Game of Thrones said, oh, I'll give it a go, and they end up, like, talking about half an hour at work when we're meant to be working.
Yeah. And if
but
your
yeah,
boss is listening, no we don't. I'm exaggerating.
I don't think my boss will listen.
Lucky.
Don't think he's much of a gamer, thank God. Thank Akatosh. Yeah, so Game of Thrones exhibition is in Sydney. It's a free exhibition. That word. Showing off like the real props and costumes from the show.
Which is cool.
It's
Yes.
very cool. I'm jealous I'm not in Sydney. And it's free too, so why not wait 4 hours to see
Make
it?
an expedition over there.
An expedition to see the exhibition.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I probably want to bring some chargers so I can like play like the 3DS.
Get those solar chargers. So you
Yeah,
just
put
go,
on a
"Hmm."
backpack in my head. And, like, just cover my body around.
Solar panel. Just set it up.
I'm Solar Man.
Put it on wheels. Drag
It's
it
shocking. I need
That
a
was
stop.
bad.
Yeah.
along. Yep.
Moving on, a mystery man is donating thousands of dollars in cash to Twitch streamers. Who? No one really knows. Just some guy who has like a name. Some people saying he's some rich oil baron.
But they're just basing it on, what was it, Amir?
Yeah, it's a name, Amir, I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
is.
Amir. He must be an oil baron.
Well,
Really? That's a little sex.
I thought
that's racist.
I was going Jake and Amir, College Humor. That guy.
I don't know, it might be. Like, it's
Jewish.
just one name.
He is.
Yeah.
No one knows who it is. But, like, there's like $30,000 was one of them, 50,000. There was even 22,000 just to.
I
Twitch
should make a
streamers.
Twitch channel then. Just cross my fingers.
I bet that's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to hear about this. There's going to be
Maybe-
huge amounts of
maybe
streamers
it's,
on Twitch.
Maybe
Twitch.
it's someone working in Twitch.
Yeah, doing really clever advertising.
Yeah, that would
Really
get
expensive
loads of people on there
advertising.
just trying to, hey man, give me money.
Yeah.
Although, you know, they do spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising, so maybe it's actually cheaper advertising.
Yeah, it might be. But if you do have that money to spare, and you're like trying to stream like League of Legends and stuff, and you're really bad, you might want to get a tutor, because in South Korea you can actually get a League of Legends tutor to learn how to play League of Legends. Like actual pros will have your screen, can like draw diagrams and stuff for you.
Yeah, that's...
That's
Maybe I should
pretty
get one
extreme.
for Mum.
Maybe I should get one for me, because I'm bad. I'm really
Yeah.
bad.
No,
I forget what items to buy, so I just buy like boots. So many boots.
you
All
only
the
need one
boots.
pair of boots.
I buy all the boots.
Oh dear.
Boots on your
I'm
hands as
starting
well.
to see where your problem is.
No, I'm Arya. I have like 9 tails because I'm a 9-tailed fox, so I put all the boots on my tails. I'm like running across the bit on my
I don't
tails.
think
It's
tails
like
need boots.
I think you're playing the game wrong.
I might be. I mean, if you had more feet, obviously that would be a better decision. Have you thought about jackets? You can dress your tails up as if they're people.
I
Lots of hats.
Alchemy.
Yeah.
Alchemy does that. I
Honey?
reckon. Alchemy.
Which one's that?
Alchemy is the wolf one where you play as a sun god.
Oh, sorry. I was
Different
thinking
game.
character.
Different game, yeah.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
which
you just
character
suddenly
is
I'm
this?
thinking
changed
of the
game.
9-tailed fox in Alchemy,
oh,
which like dresses up its tails with little people. And
oh, to
stuff.
trick people.
Yeah,
Yeah, because nine-tailed foxes are very tricksy.
yeah.
You
which
gotta watch
is-
those
yeah.
buggers.
Speaking of
I haven't
money,
seen many actually.
speaking
Naruto.
of money, Lindsay Lohan. It has
Let's start
2
with L.
L's. Lindsay Lohan is suing the makers of Grand Theft Auto for like stealing a likeness, stories and stuff.
Maybe she'll, sue League of Legends for having her initials.
She could.
Well, I talked about this quite a while ago. I think Pyro's here. This was way before you joined. Jinxed, because no one saw who I was pointing to. But no, like, yeah, I mentioned this before. How the poster featured a similarity between Lindsay Lohan and the character in the
was-
game.
It was a very genetic
It was a very
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lindsay Lohan
generic.
is very generic.
Yeah,
In. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
You're not used to having a mic in front of
I
you.
think
are
there
you?
was another actress. I thought, oh, it looks a lot like her, but I can't remember who it was. And they're not suing them, so
Yeah, well, according to the AP report on the Yahoo Finance, she's claiming that the Grand Theft Auto 5 character Lacey Jones is based on her like personal details and stuff, and trying to get some moocher from it.
She's
I mean,
not gonna
she's
win.
gonna have a hard time
Yeah.
proving that it is actually her.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see.
All I think all the game developers have to do is pull out a whole heap of other girls who look similar, and also say, "Hey, this person has this
Plausible
story."
deniability.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
know
think she has a
some-
strong case.
Some case type thing.
But they might not want to have to pay the money to defend themselves, so they might just settle, which
yeah,
people
which
think
is
means they're admitting
which is
guilt.
what ZeniMax
It's not.
is trying to do with the Oculus. Like,
Yeah, they're trying to get them to settle, and it's just a money grab. Settling does not mean you're admitting guilt; it just means go away.
yeah.
People don't realize that.
Speaking of some money problems, Crytek UK staff is no longer going to work. Crytek's been having trouble all over the country. I was mentioning this last week, how like people were failing to be paid. Like now there's people leaving.
They're trying to hide this?
They're saying, yeah, that they're not having financial difficulties, but
They're displaying all the signs of financial difficulties.
yeah, there was going to be a Rise sequel, but it was cancelled because of a dispute with Microsoft, who's going to own the rights to the franchise. Microsoft being the big bullies that they are, and they are really big bullies.
Oh yeah. That's why you shouldn't have an Xbox.
Oh.
Or a Windows.
Yeah,
computer.
well, that's why our dad didn't want to get an Xbox at all, but unfortunately, if you don't, you miss out on so much good stuff. They're really big bullies, but they've got
good games.
Yeah.
I like Fable.
And not only that, like, their computers and stuff, they're too good. Like, they're too common to, boycott them all and say, no, thanks.
If you want to boycott Windows, you have to get a Mac or Linux. And
Linux is... You're
It's
probably
just
better off
difficult.
with that, but it's, very advanced OS.
you have to have really good computer skills.
Yeah, I was trying to mod something in Minecraft, and like they're saying, with Windows do this, and with Mac do this. With Linux, lol, you don't even need to be reading this, because you would already know.
Yeah, you should have an advanced degree in IT.
Yeah, but yeah, so this financial difficulty might be caused by Microsoft saying, we want to own Rise, and then them going, no, and Microsoft going, well, stab, stab, stab. That is a theory. I'm probably completely wrong. No one should ever take one saying half seriously anyway.
It could be a factor.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing, especially because Crytek has a lot of good games, a lot of, they have a really good engine as well. I think Frostfall's their engine, isn't it?
Wasn't the Crisis engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, might be that.
I thought it was.
I get so confused.
Crisis
with all
is the
engines.
game. Crytek is the Crytek engine. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frostfall's Battlefield.
Yeah.
Is it?
Maybe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Battlefield.
Oh no, it's Origins who's the online. I get so confused.
Yeah, they
It's
need
too
to just
many.
say this game engine for this company.
Yeah.
Like Steam has what, Valve?
Valve engine.
Yeah, no, Source.
Source.
That's right.
It's Source.
Valve is the company.
Valve.
Source is.
Steam is the product. Source is the engine of Steam. That's not.
Steam's just the Steam.
And people say that games are complicated.
They are.
Yes.
Especially puzzle games like games from Source.
Fun
But yeah, even airtight games is no more according to GeekWire. So it might be wrong, but the independent developer behind like Quantum
Yes?
I can't
you
see
can-
it. My computer has gone
you'll
and
get there.
died.
Conundrum.
Conundrum. Thank you.
You are shocking.
Yes, yes, I am. Even Murdered Soul Suspect.
Why do you always put the pause at after soul? It's murdered soul suspect, not
Murdered
murdered
soul
soul
suspect.
suspect.
I call it Murdered Soul, and then I go, oh wait, Suspect.
Murdered soul suspect.
But yeah, according to a GeekWire reporter, found the studio in Redmond, Western Australia, I think it is, with like a vacated sign saying we're closing the company's doors. So
Hopefully, it's we're closing these doors and moving to a better premises.
usually they say we're moving,
Yeah.
but it seems really odd that this is all you get from it. Like no announcements, no nothing. Just
And they've only just released a game. That should be bringing in cash flow that would stop them closing. You'd think.
yeah.
You
Or
would
they
think.
spent too much on it.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I did hear about a bunch of people being fired during the development, but it wasn't going to be affected. But maybe they just shut down and
Well, hopefully someone picks up the rights to it and like because
Why are so many?
I've heard lots of people saying how good there were some really good concepts in there and they want them to build on it.
yeah.
Why are so many game companies shutting down lately?
there's two big ones. Well, one small one biggish one.
I think they're not getting the support. Like, a lot of governments just go, video games. But
A
it's
lot of
such
people go like, video games.
Yeah, and they don't understand just how big this industry is. Yeah, exactly.
I know a word.
Good. Finally, you gave me a word. Well done. No, they don't get it, and so they just go, if they fade, whatever. It's just video games.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Like, these companies are good, but it's also a matter of, like, I think it's management within the company as well. Like, if you make bad choices, bad things are going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon that's what happened with THQ. Like, they were making really good games with really good concepts and all that stuff, but they weren't managing the business side properly.
Yeah.
And that's a major thing about video games, that you have the creative thing. You need that creative department of it to make the, like, coding, artwork, make a really good game. But then you definitely need the people from the business.
The business department.
To,
Marketing department.
Yeah, to work out employee prices and wages and...
Well, I guess that comes from there's not much support for growing game companies. So they don't have the resources to get this business department and the marketing department.
Well, usually they start off as indie developers.
Yeah.
And they go, let's get a bunch of good friends, and they make a cool game, and they bring in more friends, and then they have a business, but no one in the business knows enough about business.
They need marketing advisors, at least. And they need that support and yeah.
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 Moving on to the next lot of news. Submerge is a game being worked on. It uses the Unreal Engine 4, and it's being built in Australia, in Canberra.
Which is good, because, the gaming industry in Australia was growing pretty good recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking game. There's not too much detail on it yet. It does feature, like, a city somewhat submerged, and you have to use, like, a fishing boat.
Hence the name.
Yeah. To go, like, between building and building, kind of like Venice, except
there's no footpaths?
run down. There might be footpaths, but it's really run down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, vines everywhere. I'll probably link these photos. I got a lot of photos I need to write down to remember to link to our Facebook page, which is at facebook.com/ggNoob5GTR. You should really like that, because I talk about things on there.
And you post photos.
And videos. That Transformer one, that was pretty cool. That was better than the movie. You two haven't seen it, have you?
No.
I got a little teary-eyed at the end when they played the music. I'm like, I know this!
Speaking of Transformers, I saw the ads for the new Transformers toys that we were talking about last week.
Did it make you cry? It made me cry.
This kid is like, look, one-step transformation. Ta-da! I'm like, oh my god, that is not what Transformers are about. Not one step.
You might as well put, like, a figurine at the bottom of a car and go one step, holding it from vertical to horizontal. No.
Hey, one step, you can make this 3D Transformer 2D. Vroom. That was a car running over it, for people who couldn't see the motions.
Which is a majority.
Yeah.
With the hands.
Everyone but 3 people.
Yeah, we got the silent Mike stuffed girl down there.
That's a terrible
That was
What is happening?
I'm happening. I ruin everything. Moving on to things that are also ruined. Australia has recently cancelled funding on creative side of stuff. Mainly, not mainly video games. Video games included.
Yeah.
But
They dropped
yeah,
10 million that was supporting the indie developers of video games in Australia.
yeah. I got a list here of the last people to see the funding. It was Majestic Nights by Infinity Games.
Infinity?
No, Infamy.
Infamy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a PH.
That's a f sound.
Yeah, infamy.
We're going to teach you how to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new action adventure title. It's most recently responsible for Frozen Hearth. The other one is Bean's Dreams by Comoros. It's a mobile game. Before that, we have Rebound by Pub Games, All Star Tennis by Bubblegum Interactive, Flick Fighters from 6th Kid, Baffles of History by
So,
Puzzles.
yeah, quite a list.
Yeah, you guys should check that out. I'll probably give a link to it on our Facebook page as well. Just so keep an eye out for it, because these are the last games that Australia's going to help make.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be on their own.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that the Australian industry is going to shut down. It just means it's going to slow down.
Just means it's going to be harder for people to...
We're not going to be competitive on an international level for quite a while because of this.
Not our indie games, no. We do have some big companies...
Which were actually getting support as well from this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's disappointing.
Who are these big companies?
Yeah,
That's
we're looking at-
shocking.
you're the only one with a screen, so...
I don't have the list. I don't have a list at all.
Yeah.
I don't remember any big Australian game
Yeah.
companies.
There probably are some out there. There would be.
I know
I don't think
LA
so.
Noir, there was Bondi something. There's
Noir.
LA Noir. But there's parts of bigger companies that are based in other countries that are in
Yeah.
Australia. But
I think a lot of the companies overseas do have studios in Australia, but I don't think there's any.
yeah, I don't think there's any
Australian
big
games.
ones here.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant anyway.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
and that's because we're not getting the funding and the support.
Yeah.
Thanks, Australian
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
Speaking of more bad Australian news, R-rating disputes. It's being considered of cancelling R-rated games in Western Australia, which is kind of annoying considering...
we just got
We
it.
just got R-rated
And
games.
even then, they're still censoring our games for adults. They're going, oh no, this has too many tentacles for adults.
tentacles. Tentacles
course.
is always a bad sign, especially if it comes from Japan.
And it was...
But as adults, we can go, okay, tentacles. I'm prepared mentally.
Or we can turn it off if we're
Yeah.
mentally scarred.
Yeah. Mentally scarred adults.
Then you have movies like Saw and that, and it's that's perfectly fine. But when you're playing a character, it's no, that's too bad, an adult can't do that. I'm like,
There's a Saw game.
Ooh.
it's
It's not even
it's
R-rated.
a really bad game.
Yeah, it is bad, but
really
I'm
bad.
just saying.
It is a game.
Saw has an opportunity to be a really good game, I reckon. If someone...
If
do
they
that.
were smart enough.
I find it just,
Makes me...
Well,
it doesn't have a good story.
You don't have
And
to
you
buy
don't
it
watch
then,
it
and
for
then
the
don't
story.
complain.
I can see it. I can go, that's R-rated. It's very gory. I'm not going to get it.
It's like Final Destination. You only watch it just to see all the really
Yeah.
gruesome stuff.
And you know what? If you've got a 10-year-old going, I want it. Do you know what you do?
Slap it.
You don't slap it because you're not allowed to hit
No.
kids anymore. No, you say, no. Ta-da! No kids getting scarred by horror.
Or faces.
Or,
Or what?
Hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
yeah, no faces being scarred by hands either. No hitting.
Yeah, going back to R-rated games, why can't I play an R-rated game?
You can.
Well,
Why can't I play a fully R-rated game, not some censored
Yeah.
R-rated game?
I was reading the article and they said they were concerned about children being, influenced by it or overly sexualized by it, which is happening in TV shows on TV before 7 o'clock anyway.
Yeah,
So, you've already lost that battle. But the fact is, the law says that if there's a guardian there, the person in the store can sell to an underage person. Get
An
rid of
R-rated
that.
game?
An R-rated game.
Yeah,
An
no.
R-rated movie. No.
no. if they're so picky about saying, "Oh, this is too bad to be even an R-rated game," get the title that's like 21 above games. What's that? 21 plus or something.
Yeah, I
21
think it's still
plus.
R.
I don't think there's anything worse than R unless you go like the X games, X
Triple
rated.
Hey, wait,
which
I'm
is
not 21
porn.
yet. I disagree with that for now.
No, but if they're that picky, like if that would allow us to have uncensored games in Australia, I'll be quite happy to wait until I'm 21, or Pyro will be quite happy to wait until he's 21.
And I'm just, hey guys, I've got it because I'm 25.
How old am I? 24? 25?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me?
I don't know anymore.
Just get out your driver's license and check.
I'm probably gonna need to. But yeah, R-rated games in Australia.
I think once you've gotten past at least 21, hell, 18, you're fine.
You should be allowed to play.
The problem with all the censoring, all you have to do is Google it and you can see it anyway.
On YouTube as
It's
well.
not about seeing though, because games you can like play the character. They don't want you to play and have.
Oh,
something.
they don't want you doing the actions.
Or not just that. You
Those
don't want a
cutscenes that
part
they
of
took
it.
out of South Park, you don't do those actions.
Yeah,
Weren't
no,
they,
but you were a part of it.
minigames? They got rid of
actually,
minigames.
Yeah, they were.
But
They were.
still, it's South Park. You can watch the episodes and go,
There's
I've
worse
seen worse."
episodes than the.
Yeah, it's just really annoying.
I heard with the South Park, because it was Cartman, which is he 8 or 10 years old?
One
Yeah,
of those.
He's underage, and it was something to do with probing.
Wouldn't be
It's
the first
become
time.
child porn, which,
What?
yeah, I know. Logic.
It's not.
It's
Child porn in
obviously
Japan.
people who don't even
Don't go there.
don't go to Japan. They're you know,
They're very relaxed.
age limit is 13.
No.
And
No.
in fact, the fact that they can import Japanese games and Japanese anime and Japanese porn, probably, all they look underage. Even if they say they're not, you can lie.
Yeah. Yeah, at least give us a 21 plus
Yeah.
R-rated system. That way we don't have to, get
do it at
like
the
a
start of next
console
year.
that's modded to be able to play games from other things and download them for free just
Or
so we
just
can...
order from America using Amazon, because that's what you can do. I mean,
Really?
you're not supposed to, but yeah. Like, a friend of mine in Japan, because theirs is the Oceania system, whatever, she had to just order from America to get South Park, and it was uncensored.
I got it from
Okay.
Steam, so it was still
Yeah,
censored.
she didn't want to get it through Steam because it got the Australian version, which was censored with a koala.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't. I've seen too many
What?
koalas. I don't want to see another one.
GOG.com though, wouldn't that be also... I don't know, I think that's right.
I don't know.
I think we should go to some more music.
Because our music's run out.
Yeah.
We've been talking for a long time.
We've been talking for like over 28 minutes.
Oh.
So here is any suggestions before I tell
I'll
you
just
what's
click
next.
it because
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
all
just-
crumpy.
Alright, here's Legend of the Frost by Miracle of Sound. Hello? Sorry everyone for not preparing you whatsoever, but because there's a lot to talk about and we only have half an hour, I thought I'd only play one song. Did you have to be so loud with
Well,
your
you
mic?
should have prepared us.
Touché!
Little warning would be nice.
Welcome back to GGNoob on 5GTR. Here with me I've got Pyromirezzz
Yes.
and Jinxed.
Yes.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GGNoob 5GTR for things and stuff. Moving on to some cool news. Well, Nintendo
I'll be the
news.
judge if it's cool or not.
Nintendo news. That automatically makes
Yeah,
it cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Nintendo had like a Q&A for its investors. One of them, yeah, you've read it, haven't you?
I
Yeah.
haven't read it. I don't know what's going on.
I probably shouldn't read this because I'm a really bad reader, but one of them was basically saying, I do not understand video games. I'm even angry because Nintendo's always talking about video games.
Yeah, they're saying, they're talking about the future of video games. I just want to hear marketing. You should probably not invest in a Nintendo. no.
This isn't kind of your scenery, buddy.
Yeah.
We don't like your kind round here. Like,
For someone smart enough to invest it, well, anyone would be smart to invest in Nintendo probably. But
Enough money, making enough money to invest.
yeah, he was even saying he was flabbergasted how they were kept on talking about video games and stuff.
Like-
What is
like,
this video
liked,
game?
I liked Nintendo's reply, which was, we want to make sure that all our shareholders understand what's going on. So yeah, we should talk a little bit more about marketing, but at no point did they say, yeah, we're not going to stop talking about video games.
Don't stop talking about video games. If that's your business, you wouldn't be very wise to
Talking
stop.
about where the market's going, how it's rising, falling, dividends, that's about as much market speak as I can remember. But I don't understand that stuff. It's money. But yeah, talking about that's important, but also talking about the company and where's it going is probably even more important.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed that someone who obviously has somewhat of a say in Nintendo is saying that things
Too much
like
games.
related to video games are
You
such
should be more
childish
serious.
things.
What is Pokemon?
Childish. That got me. I was like, you what?
I think I would link the full Q&A on our Facebook. I need to write a list of all the stuff. I keep on looking at a piece of paper to write stuff on, but I just look at it and don't do anything.
Maybe later.
I'll probably forget, actually. I'm moving on to something that makes more sense to me. Video games.
Obviously.
Whoa, good
Well, that
start.
makes sense.
Nintendo video games.
I'm flabbergasted by your childishness.
Yeah, Agatha, a sweet 10-year-old girl. She's in...
Favorite character from Twilight Princess.
Also, she's in the new one,
I was thinking-
Zelda.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. And yeah, with the
She's so
constant
cute.
psychotic, innocent giggling.
It's so cute. She's like, ah!
Yeah, it's kind of weird though to see such a
She's just like Annie.
pretty little girl with a bunch of flowers and bugs going around
Pretty
slamming
bugs,
her
golden
umbrella on enemies and like blowing
and
them
summoning
up.
a giant stag
beetle.
beetle. Stag beetle, because they got the horn. That's how you tell.
I wouldn't
Of
have
course.
a clue. Of course, it's so obvious.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw a lot in Japan, so I kind of recognize them now.
But yeah, it's cool. Like, it has a lot of characters. I think this is one of the first Zelda games that Zinc isn't the only...
Zinc.
Link
Zinc.
isn't the only...
His evil brother.
I got mixed up between Zelda and Link.
There's
That's
probably
like
a zinc
the
out there.
shipping term.
The
It's
ship.
Zinc.
There's probably a lot of Zinc ships.
Yeah. I think that's the main ship, isn't it?
It would have to be.
Yeah.
Either that and monsters, but that
There was a Link and Agatha ship.
she's 10.
She looks a little older than 10. I don't think I've ever seen anywhere say that she was 10, so...
Well, right here. She
Well,
says 10.
except for
says
that
right there.
article,
A
but
sweet
that article,
10-year-old
how
on
trustworthy
a
is
quest to
that?
collect some shiny bugs.
She just says, "Can you get some bugs for me?" You're like, "Okay." You're so cute.
Okay.
Whenever
leave
you
it
say
there.
Agatha, I'm thinking the old lady in the Elite Four. The ghost.
Yeah, me too. I
Master,
think it's
that's-
that as well.
That's who I first thought
Isn't
of
that
when you
like-
said that.
Isn't she only in the first lot of games?
I think so. Yeah, well, also the
I
remake.
like Ghost Pokemon. They're my best. They're the best around.
Ugh.
What else do we have? Pac-Man was going to be in Super Smash Brothers.
Was?
I thought it was in Super Smash Bros.
Almost got into
I thought it has
Super
been in
Smash
before.
Brothers Brawl, like as a playable character.
I thought I've seen things about Pac-Man being on there, or is that just fan-made? And I've
Most likely
Well, there's
fan-made.
pictures of it, but I don't think it ever got around to.
actually adding him.
Yeah. Which
Wait, isn't Brawl the
Maybe he's a secret unlockable.
GameCube one?
I thought the ball
for
was
the
a new
Wii
one.
U.
Oh,
The next one, they're making.
I'm
new-
getting. They've got to use numbers, people. Don't use words.
Yeah, that was
What-
me.
Oh,
explaining
Melee. GameCube was Melee or Melee or whatever it is.
Yeah, they need to start using numbers. Like Kingdom Hearts needs to number their games properly.
Actually, I think most game developers have stopped using numbers, and really, we need numbers.
Yeah. What else? Nintendo's new multiplayer shooter. It's kind of weird for Nintendo having like an online first-person shooter type game.
I remember
It
they
looks
did
like
that
fun,
black
though.
and white one and red. That's the only shooter I know Nintendo's ever done. Except, like Samus
and
and all
white.
that. And
Weird.
do you
Well,
remember
that
it
was
was
Epic Mickey. Wasn't
the
that a
Wii?
shooter kind of thing?
Haven't played
that was a paintbrush shooter.
Yeah, because this reminded me a bit of Mickey. Epic Mickey.
Well, yeah, I like the fact that Nintendo went out of their comfort zone to like make a first-person shooter, like an online proper one. Well, I don't think it's first-person. I think it's third-person. Derp.
Yeah, I think it's third.
Derp.
It looks
But-
cool.
They put a Nintendo twist on it. Like it's a very Nintendo game. What it is, you have like two teams, and you're squids-ish type things.
I thought it was you got paintballs because it looked like they had little people running around as well. So I think you could play as a squid or as a person.
No.
You're wrong.
I'm just going
Get
with
out.
the few clips I saw on TV.
Yeah, no, what happens is you're a squid, but you can like jump out of your coloured ink and grow feet and hands.
Oh,
and your
okay.
squid
So
tentacles
you're a
become your
squid
hair.
person.
What are you,
Yeah.
like Octodad?
It's kind of like that, I suppose, except you look more person-y when you're above.
Octodad looks person-y. He is a person.
Moving on.
Just ignoring him.
Yeah, but the cool part is the concept. Like, you have a lot of cool things in third-person shooters, like Team Fortress, you have healer teams and stuff like that. In this, though, it's like a paint gun type thing. So when you shoot around, you change the colour of the environment around you. So you shoot like pink ink and you're a pink colour, lands on the ground. What you can do though, you can jump inside your coloured ink and like swim
You
around
get
really
bonuses
fast.
for being on your own colour.
So what you want to do not only is try to shoot the enemy team, but you also want to like
Cover the
cover
your arena.
everywhere.
You want to miss.
You
the
want to
enemy
shoot
team as well.
everything everywhere.
Which
Good
is
for
basically what
pray and
happens
spray.
in normal shooters anyway. You just cover the place in
Yeah.
bullets.
Well,
You
really
just don't
good
see it.
people can like shoot and kill.
Yeah, really good people don't cover the place in bullets, but this is playing to those who can't.
Yeah, so this is for people who aren't really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can even like climb walls and stuff with it as well. So if there's someone sniping up high and you can't reach them because their colours all over the tower, just shoot a pathway up there, swim up there, and bam.
And it'd be a benefit to actually cover their colour as well. So they're trying
Yeah.
to get someone, you're like, boom, no you don't, blocked. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I'm keen for it. It is on the Wii U, and the cool part is, the Wii pad thing that's kind of annoying. It has the map, and it shows what colours are where.
Oh, okay.
So if you're at one end of the map and you want to reach to the other end, you can see a pathway of your colour, so you can like swim all the way up there really fast.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm super keen. It's called Splatoon, because I don't think I actually said that. Splatoon.
Yeah, I
Splatoon.
think we were talking about it before and you mentioned
Yeah, we were
it, but-
talking about it off air just beforehand.
and getting excited.
Yeah, it looks really good too. It's not just and you have like weapons that do different things. So you can have a tornado gun that shoot like a tornado paint thing, and I'm keen for it. I'll play it, and now that I have a Wii U, I can play it.
I gotta get money.
I don't think I can say that on air, so I'm sorry everyone else who's listening. Speaking of which, of painting, Aperture Tag is being released on Steam within this month.
Cool.
Aperture Tag was a mod. Instead of having a portal gun, you had a paint gun.
Yeah.
I never played it, but apparently it's getting an official release. And when it first comes out, it'll cost $7 and sold at a 30% discount.
Cool.
I'll
So
get
what's the benefit of having a paint gun?
Paint.
Well,
be the
I
guess.
think it uses the Portal 2 mechanics with paint, so you like slide, slip, and jump. So instead of having to use portals to move paint around, you just have a gun that does it.
Oh,
So
okay.
this thing makes everything easier.
Well, you don't have portals at all. It
So
could
makes
be.
everything harder.
It could be hard. It depends. I don't know.
We haven't played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, not only that's coming out on Steam this month. However, Steam accidentally released a game early. Well, not Steam.
Well, not Steam, but it was released on the Steam.
Yeah. The Tower was meant to be a early access game on like an early access thing. However, some guy in the company accidentally ticked the wrong box and sent it into new releases. So their
Which is
game that's still being worked on, being put in new releases, people are like, whoa.
I like the guy's response though. He's like, "Oh Christ!"
Yeah, it's like, oh, oops.
But he's very casual. It's like, yeah, he's a mistake. He's a noob.
He's such a casual here. Not for much longer.
But this is like what we were talking about before. They need marketing people who know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Because
well,
they hired this...
it might have just been a simple mistake.
Yeah,
as
it was
well.
a simple mistake, but they hired this guy because they're trying to focus on developing the game, and he's supposed to be marketing it, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, well, he might
Or
have...
he ticked the wrong box.
Yeah. It was meant to be released, fully released in 2015.
But they
Kinda
joke
early.
about it. They say, okay, so it's the early release of 2014. Yay!
Yeah.
So, I
however,
like
it has
their
been
attitude.
fixed, so don't worry, they're back on early access, so...
So do worry, because you don't actually get to buy it now.
You
Nerds.
can. It's an early access game.
You can
so-
buy any early access game now.
You can
Yeah,
buy-
I
No
thought it was
games are
limited.
ever released.
It said something about being limited. So,
could
because
be.
I think he said something about the servers are limited to how many people. So
Yeah, well,
something like that.
if I can get in, I'll probably get it just to see the early access game that never made it. Well, that
The
made
new
it.
release
made
that
it,
never
and
That
made
made it when it shouldn't have. Yeah. I reckon we should go to some more songs.
Do you reckon?
Yes, I do.
Reckon?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Here is Super Mario World, Monstrous Turtles. We're on air, Pyro.
He's sitting on the floor.
Welcome back to GGNOOB with MostlyNOOB.
How does your headphones taste?
Bad.
Yeah,
Like
for people
plastic.
who can't see what we just saw, he just shoved the cords from his headphones into his mouth.
I didn't
while
do it
trying
on
to put 'em-
purpose.
Shoot it like a horse.
Yeah.
What?
You're very precious, Pyro.
Well, you didn't tell me we were going on again, so...
Yeah, I didn't tell
No.
anyone. Actually,
No,
I was
we-
like,
More noise.
we're on air, Pyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back, GGNOOB. We're totally professionals. Not. Yes. Moving on to more things video game news that I'm like, no video game news, you're doing it wrong. Hearthstone.
What are you on about?
Kind of video game. What is happening?
I don't know
I
what
don't
you're
know.
talking about.
There's been a lot of news today that I'm like, why are you doing that? Like with R18.
Oh,
yeah.
I get it.
Why
What?
are they doing? We
Yeah.
thought you were like criticizing yourself, and we're like, yeah, that is news. That's good news. Well, not good news. It's
There's
news that is good to report on.
Now you're confusing me.
Now I'm confused.
Everyone's
Is that
confused today.
happy gas in here? We are being-
Let's move on to some news. Hearthstone has a competition type thing, a tournament.
Yeah.
When it first announced, women weren't allowed to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Which is straight out sexist.
Yeah.
Well, they were saying that, we want esports to be real sports, so we follow real sports rules, which means
Straight out
women
sexist.
are different than
Yeah.
men, but women...
So they had a men's tournament and a women's tournament, which,
Women can be just as good, if not better, at video games. It's not like physical sport where men are physically
Yeah,
stronger.
there are some
Yeah, and they're,
facts that...
like, not being sexist, but men do have... The testosterone makes their muscles build up faster.
Yeah.
That is a physiological difference. Mentally,
Mentally.
we are very similar.
Like, reaction time wouldn't be a difference
No,
thing either.
and
like,
that's video
why-
games, reaction time, eye-hand coordination, all of this stuff is gender non-specific.
Which is kind of surprising when... Because I don't usually think of that. I'm like, thinking, I'm versing someone at Hearthstone, or I wonder if he or she's going to beat me or something. I'm like, it doesn't occur to me that, oh, it's a woman, I'm going to win this, lol.
Although sometimes, like, playing as a girl online, you do get guys going, oh, it's a girl, get her! And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, when I play Hearthstone and I realise I'm versing a girl, I realise I'm going to lose anyway because I'm terrible at it no matter who I'm versing.
Have
It's
you
a
played
person. I'm
Hearthstone?
gonna
I have actually.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Not much, but I have played
I've
it.
probably played more than you then.
Yeah.
I have had
Which I haven't played.
male friends get me to talk on World of Warcraft so that guys will give them stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, hi guys! And like, oh, here, have some free stuff. And like, okay.
Tee hee hee.
I feel dirty afterwards, but my friend's like, eh. So,
Yeah, that you should be ashamed of yourself.
Not really.
though,
Free stuff.
I think, guys should know better than to give girls free stuff online.
or even someone with a female character.
Yeah,
I got
definitely.
so many mats for making materials.
Now you just need to get a girl to talk in the mic
I
to
don't
these guys.
need to. They still give me free stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they'll give you
walking
more.
around like, g'day mates, like, a female body, take my money. I don't know why. I'm like,
Some of
okay.
them change their speech patterns in chat just to go, oh, thanks, sweetie. And you're like, actually, he's saying, thanks, sweetie.
Thanks, babe. That's how they talk.
So the moral of the story is don't give free stuff to girls online.
Don't
because
give free
they're
stuff to
probably
anyone.
cheating you.
Unless if you just want to give free stuff
Unless
to
you're
people
just
to
a
make
nice
people
person.
Yeah,
happy.
if you're giving away
Yeah.
free stuff to everyone, that's fine.
Moving on to Hearthstone being really annoying.
Moving back to Hearthstone.
Yeah, they find, well, after a couple of days, they're like, oh, the internet's not happy about this.
The internet has imploded with rage.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Nope.
But yeah, they're like, sorry guys, don't hurt us.
So, yeah, they made the men's tournament all access, so now it's free
It's
for all.
not a men's tournament.
It's not a men's tournament at
just
all.
It's a tournament.
Yeah.
But they're keeping the women's tournament.
Which probably seems to be more like a casual tournament. Like,
Yeah,
it's not going to be an
they
official
said
thing.
they're trying to encourage women into the sport,
But-
which I get, but it feels
It's
a
like-
bit special treatment.
It does still seem like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's special treatment, and guys don't realize this, but special treatment does make women feel uncomfortable.
It is sexist if you try.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it,
Mm.
and it's like, well, fine.
It's like racism as well. Like, treating someone different because they're a different color. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm being nice to you because you're a black person. I'm like,
That's still
that's
racist.
still racist. You're being nice, that's good and all, but you should be nice to everyone regardless of what they look like.
Exactly.
Or what sex they are.
Mm. So treating people differently based on anything other
Except
than
if they're a
personality.
jerk.
I like to
Yeah.
think
Does that make you personalitist?
I don't know.
You're a jerk. You are rejected.
Yeah.
No, I think
I don't
that's
like
fine.
all jerks. Oh, how dare you?
That's jerking.
You are
That makes you a jerk. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
nah. Personality is
never
the only thing I think you should judge a person on.
Yeah. But you can have anyone in Hearthstone now, which is finally a good
It's
thing.
good.
The tournament.
I
like,
hope a girl wins just to show them. Probably won't happen because there's not enough girls, but
Yeah.
that'd be just so nice. So if you're
I think
good at
that's 'cause
Hearthstone,
girls
just
would-
go kick their butts.
I think that's because girls have been like grown up to be girly.
Oh, a lot of girls are taught you can't play video games. You're a girl.
Yeah. Which
I'm
is total.
glad I'm smart enough to work out that that's bull
Balonky.
honky.
Moving on. Heroes of the Storm now has a local Australian server.
Yay!
For those who don't know, Hero of the Storm is Blizzard's MOBA.
I didn't know.
It is. But
Okay.
yeah, now there's an Australian server, so it should be less laggy and more
Fun.
more battles during prime time for Australians as well.
Which is nice, because
Yeah.
Australians do tend to get forgotten about when it comes to servers.
Yeah, it's.
I think we're always the last ones to get servers in most
we're
things.
the last one to get everything,
We got Titanfall servers real quick.
and we're a day ahead of everyone.
Yeah,
We get
it's weird,
everything
isn't it?
late, but we're like one of the first people that hit a day first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
experienced
it's
the
the
day
1st of July.
We live in
12
everyone's
hours later,
future.
it's the 1st of July.
Yeah.
Stupid Americans.
Stupid Americans. Moving on to more Blizzard news. They've added a bunch of descriptions to their mounts.
Yeah.
Amusing ones. Probably one of my favourite is Brewfest riding Kodo. The quote, I'm going to be really bad at reading this. The quote is, "I can't exactly remember how I got this mount, but then again, I can't remember much of that Brewfest."
Yeah.
Which, for those who don't know, in World of Warcraft, there's a holiday.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's where you
October,
drink
yeah.
a lot of alcohol.
The whole,
And
like, you do lots of
You
quests
chase
involving
like
alcohol.
rabbits with wings and horns.
And pink elephants. I remember chasing the pink elephant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those pink elephants.
Well, they're not called elephants, but they basically are elephants.
They're
Yeah.
elephants.
But yeah, so all the mounts now have a funny little thing, like how they got summoned and stuff like that. Speaking of mounts, a guy in a guy in Minecraft is riding a minecart, mounting a minecart all the way to Farlands.
Sounds wrong when you say he's mounting a minecart.
Well, I was doing a transition from
yeah,
Blizzard
but
mounts to...
what's he doing to that mount? Minecraft?
He's riding it to the Farlands.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of Minecraft's Farlands before?
No.
It's a glitch.
Ooh.
It's like
I thought it was the end of the
Minecraft
world.
is what, 4 times the size of Earth, I think it is.
Depending on which system you're playing on.
Oh yeah, like Xbox 360 is like a fifth of Earth.
about 5
Yeah,
blocks
it's-
across.
Yeah, it feels like that. But no, the PC version's really big. It's like 4 times the size of Earth. He's riding a car at like 20 meters per second, and it's going to take him 17 days to reach the Farlands.
So, is he setting up the thing as he goes, or?
There's a minecart that has a command block in it, which can spawn objects and place it in the world.
Oh, so it's laying the tracks as he goes.
And they
oh,
pre-rendered
clever.
the entire trip, so there shouldn't be any lag like, oh, we're loading, please wait. Which
Okay.
is going to be the major problem, but it's already been pre-rendered. It's not going to be as interesting, I reckon, as a guy who's just walking to the end of Minecraft, like no minecart, like in survival.
See, that sounds boring.
It's kind of more like a podcast as it is.
Oh, okay.
It's called Farlands or Bust or something like that. Pretty much, yeah, he's just on an adventure. It's up to like 340 something episodes.
Oh, okay. So, what happens if he dies? Don't you spawn somewhere else?
You spawn at your bed,
Oh.
and if you keep on moving your bed forward,
So he has to take his bed with him and drop it every now and then, otherwise he'll lose his space.
you'll probably want to not pick up any beds, because if you pick up your bed and you die, you go back to the world spawn. Yeah.
So make lots of beds.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of space between the center of the world and Farlands, and in the Farlands, things get really weird. Like, you have angled blocks and ghost blocks and grass blocks that fly and hexagons that don't exist in Minecraft because there's no circles. But yeah, speaking of cubes, Cube World has a new questing system in action. For those who don't know, Cube World is a MMO that has the feel of Minecraft, except not so mindy or crafty. It's more of a MMO that generates as you move along. So yeah, the further you go, the more areas to explore. He hasn't had any quests really because it's still being worked on. But they've added that now, and apparently you get like quests and stuff to do, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, fun.
Also, a 12-year-old has made a game called Space Pants.
Which sounds something like that a 12-year-old would make.
Or a
He
24
kind of like
year-old.
cool.
Or
It's a
24-year-old
really
male.
good game. It's an endless runner in one room.
Yeah.
Okay.
He like jumps on the wall, ceiling, and stuff. So
Oh,
as
so
you,
it's like parkour.
not really. It's like just a cube, and you go around it.
He is 12. So,
Don't
expect
Yeah,
anything
don't
that
expect much.
great.
His dad is a game dev, and like helped with some things. But the major Sam Smith has made most of it himself.
Well, that's
Takes
cool.
place in a single room. And yeah, what you do, you just go up and around the walls and stuff, and more things added, and like it becomes a lot more hectic, and I reckon it's really cool, especially because the 12-year-old made it.
It's very depressing seeing what all these 12, 13-year-olds are doing. I saw something like a 13-year-old girl had discovered something to do with marine biology that just changed
Yeah,
science. I'm like sitting there going, when I was 12 and 13, I was just playing Zelda.
yeah.
What am I doing with my life?
Playing Zelda still.
Yeah, still playing Zelda.
Yeah, that's okay though. But yeah, the game is like $2 for iOS, so I reckon it's something to check out.
Support the kid. Maybe go towards his college fund or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
Also, Neo UK has mainly been working on mobile games, but they're breaking out of the market to make a PC game. I thought it's pretty cool because mobile games are kind of lame. This is a co-op horror game with like really cool light effects. I'll link the trailer for you guys like in the
Facebook.
description below, because it's probably going on Facebook maybe this time.
yeah.
Or yeah, on Facebook. I reckon we should play our last song, which is Vegetable Soup, because I'm still googling it.
Shocking.
It's not soup, it's juice. My bad.
Oh, you do that every time.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
Although most people don't like vegetable juice.
I don't know what vegetable juice is.
It's vegetables.
Juice from
Juice.
vegetables. Yeah. Like
Is that concept very strange to you?
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah, my mum
Well-
decided to make a lot of vegetable juice, and it was just like,
yeah,
ugh.
we've taken kind of a lot of time. So yeah, thanks for listening to our show, GGNoob. Here with me, I've had Pyromirezzz
Yes.
and Jinxed.
Yay.
I've been MostlyNoob. Remember to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GGNoob5GTR. Also, check out my YouTube channel, which is MostlyNoob, where I hope I'm going to get the time to edit this and put it up on there.
Maybe.
Yeah, but until then, here's our last song, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.